Every city has crimes, but this city had something worse. A man who reported every crime before anyone else even knew it happened. Police trusted him, media praised him, people called him a hero. But what no one knew was this: every crime he reported was already committed by him. Who he was. His name was Daniel Reed. He lived alone, quiet apartment, normal job, no criminal record. The kind of man you forget 5 minutes after meeting. Daniel never missed a detail, never panicked, never exaggerated. Whenever something bad happened in the city, Daniel was the first to call the police. Not once, not twice, every time. Why police trusted him? Daniel didn't just report crimes, he explained them. Exact locations, exact timing, exact descriptions. Things only a witness would know. Sometimes, things even the victims couldn't explain. Police officers started recognizing his voice. Daniel again? He's reliable. He's sharp. One detective even said, "This guy should work with us." Daniel smiled when he heard that. The first crack one night, a robbery was reported. Daniel called it in calmly. "There's a man bleeding behind the grocery store. The attacker ran toward the river." Police arrived. Everything was exactly as Daniel said, except one thing. The victim was unconscious. He couldn't have described the attacker yet. So how did Daniel know? His real routine. Daniel's nights followed a pattern. Walk, observe, choose. He didn't act out of anger. He didn't rush. Every crime was planned like a message, and every phone call to police was part of the performance. Daniel wasn't helping the police. He was training them to trust him. That night, Daniel ended his call the same way he always did. "Please hurry. I'm worried someone might get hurt." He hung up the phone, then calmly wiped blood off his hands. Because the most dangerous criminal isn't the one who hides from the police. It's the one who teaches the police how to think. By now, the city wasn't asking who was committing the crimes. They were asking how Daniel always knew, and the police had already made the worst mistake possible. They trusted him. When the crimes became a pattern after the robbery, more incidents followed. A break-in, an assault, a missing person, different locations, different victims. But one thing was always the same. Daniel's phone call came first, before cameras caught anything, before witnesses spoke, before victims even realized what happened. The police stopped questioning it. They started depending on it. Daniel's new status officers began calling Daniel directly. "Did you see anything tonight? Something feels off. Have you noticed?" Daniel always answered calmly. He gave just enough information, never too much. He understood one simple rule: if you help people feel smart, they won't question you. The media picked up the story. A local citizen helping police prevent crime. Daniel's face was never shown. His name never revealed. That made him untouchable. Inside Daniel's mind, Daniel didn't see himself as a criminal. He saw himself as a test of the system. He targeted places with blind spots, people who wouldn't be believed, crimes that looked random. Every police move taught him something. Every question made him smarter. He wasn't running from the law. He was walking beside it. The one detective who felt uneasy. Detective Mark Hale noticed something. Daniel's calls were always clean. No panic, no confusion, no emotion. Real witnesses break. They stutter. Daniel never did. Mark checked call logs. Daniel had reported 7 major incidents. 7 out of 7 were real. 2 real. Mark said quietly, "Nobody is that lucky." Daniel makes his boldest move. One night, Daniel did something different. He called the police and reported a crime that hadn't happened yet. There will be a stabbing near the train station. 10 minutes from now. Police rushed there. Nothing happened. 5 minutes later, a man collapsed from a stab wound. Exact location, exact time. Mark felt his stomach drop. This wasn't a witness. This was a warning. That night, Mark opened a private file. Not on the crimes, on Daniel Reed. Because for the first time, someone in the department understood the truth. The killer wasn't calling for help. He was calling to prove he was always one step ahead. And now, the game had officially begun. Daniel believed one thing, that intelligence could defeat the system, that if you controlled information, you controlled the police. He forgot one truth. Every game ends when the player gets careless. The trap begins. Detective Mark Hale didn't confront Daniel. He did something smarter. He waited. He let Daniel keep calling, keep guiding police, keep feeling powerful. Then, Mark leaked fake information, a false target, a crime location that existed only inside police files. No cameras, no witnesses, no reason for anyone to know, except one person. The last phone call. 2:14 a.m., the phone rang. Daniel's voice was calm as always. There's going to be a murder behind the old warehouse. The suspect will escape toward the bridge. Mark closed his eyes, because the warehouse didn't exist anymore. It had been demolished 3 weeks ago. No crime, no victim, just a lie. Mark whispered, "Got you." When the mask fell, police followed Daniel that night. They didn't rush. They didn't arrest him immediately. They watched. Daniel walked straight to the empty warehouse land. He stood there, waiting, because for the first time, he realized something was wrong. There was no victim, no crime, and no one to call. Red and blue lights flooded the street. Daniel didn't run. He smiled, because deep down, he respected the trap. The confession nobody expected. In the interrogation room, Daniel spoke without fear. "I never wanted chaos," he said. "I wanted control." He explained everything. How reporting crimes gave him power. How being trusted made him invisible. "How many people would have stopped me if I never picked up the phone?" he asked. No one answered. The ending the city remembered. The media called him the reporting killer. People argued. Some called him evil. Some blamed the system. But one fact remained clear. Every crime happened because it was allowed to. Because trust was given without question. Moral of the story, very clear. The most dangerous criminals are not the ones who hide from the law. They are the ones the law trusts blindly. Evil doesn't always run. Sometimes, it makes the first phone call. If this story shocked you, like this video. If you believe intelligence without morality is the most dangerous weapon, comment trust no one below. And for more dark, real, mind-bending crime stories, subscribe to the channel. Because the scariest criminals don't break the system. They understand.